Joining me now in the studio from both sides of the aisle, we have Larry Kabrowski from the GOP chair, and then also we have Richard Rikisic of the Charleston County Democratic Party. Thanks for joining us once again.
Thank you for having us.
It's over now. I'm going to start with you, Richard. So this actually seemed like Hillary Clinton laid it all out on the table. She wasn't playing any games. She was on fire with Donald Trump.
Well, I think you saw a president tonight. You saw somebody who speaks presidential, acts presidential, has a grasp and knowledge of the issues, has a command of the issues down to specific policy considerations. And what you also saw in stark contrast, the most fundamental basic premise of the two people on stage is that in America, our model of democracy is the model for the world. And we had someone who was running for president denigrating our own election process, saying they wouldn't accept the result. Never in our history have we had something so bold and so, quite frankly, rotten to denigrate our own country, our patriotism, and our freedom to vote and say that they won't accept the election. It shows that Donald Trump is only about Donald Trump, and he cares nothing about this country or its people.
And now I'm going to let Larry, we spoke about this before the show started, and you were not very happy with Donald Trump saying that, but a lot of people are saying this is the best we've ever seen Donald Trump on a stage.
Well, I would say as a result of this, look, anybody, elections, people make a decision. November 8th, we've been through this a lot. Americans will make a decision, the election will be over. But I'd like to respond to what Richard said. I mean, I guess what he's saying, it depends what the definition of is. We have a fundamental choice. I would say never before in the history of our country has somebody served as Secretary of State and had a private, used it as an ATM machine. Think about, all the countries that have given her millions of dollars, companies that have given her millions of dollars every time there was an issue before the Secretary of State that she had a role to play in. Think if she is elected president, God forbid, think about what that would mean to Congress. Everybody in Congress has, there's legislation, special interest reform. All they'd have to do is say, pay my husband or spouse hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'll set up a private foundation that you can give all the money to when I have legislation in front of you.
The only foundation that
Excuse me, Richard, I'm speaking now. Is that you would have a situation where that's done to skirt the law. Nobody has ever showed disrespect to our country by that. In terms of the emails, I mean, I think that it's all of us should agree that no foreign country should play any role in our election. Who knows who revealed them? But what the emails reveal is a level of corruption involving the FBI and the Secretary of State.
Getting to something more positive because we have to wrap up here shortly. 30 seconds. Tell me, each person, what were you most proud to see that Hillary Clinton did tonight?
Well, I was most proud to see that she would say she would absolutely accept the results of the election, that she was an American first, that she was a statesman first. She has disclosed all this fantasy that Larry and the conspiracy theorists and the tinfoil hats about, you heard Donald Trump, it's always a conspiracy. When he loses a primary, oh, it's rigged. When I lose an Emmy, it's rigged. When I'm going to lose this election, it's rigged. What I'm most proud of is we have the opportunity to elect a president and not let anyone as dangerous and who has never disclosed his finances into the White House before they get there.
And
we can't let that happen.
Larry, real quick, what were you most proud of for Donald?
I think it shows what kind of country we want. Are we a country with language, culture, and borders, or are we not? I think for me the most telling part was when they asked her about open borders. She said when she spoke in Brazil, was given hundreds of thousands of dollars. She said, I want open borders, and her idea of America is kind of a European Commonwealth with Mexico. I mean, we have a fundamental choice to make. If you like the way things are, you have your choice. If you think it needs to be changed, there's only one thing standing between our country and a Hillary Clinton presidency, and that's Donald Trump. So that's the choice. And
God help us.
And we encourage, we've had a process. We've had hundreds of people at the Yorktown.
We have to wrap up now. I know y'all had a big party over there, but one thing that we can all agree on, I know Rob can too, because we're going to toss it over to him, is that we all need to get out and vote on November 8th. So Rob, we're going to hand it over to you. We'll keep discussing stuff over here.
All right, thank you.